Hey guys, welcome to English Part by Mark. Today we'll discuss all about participle. Though participle as modifier is dealt with in the intermediate or 11th and 12th standard, it is used almost in every standard. So to understand the topic fully, watch the video completely with rapt attention. And don't skip or move away because there might be a slip of unnecessary information for doing so. But before that, if you are the new viewer of this channel, subscribe the channel for more updates and we'll come back in a while to know the ins and outs of Participle. So dear viewers, welcome back to the topic of Participle. But before that, we have to know the classification of verb. Verb is mainly two types, finite and non-finite. Non-finite verb or verbal again is three types, participle, gerund and infinitive. Participle, for example, we saw him walking. Gerund, for example, walking is good for health. Infinitive, for example, to walk is good for health. Now participle will be dealt with. The definition. Participle is such a verb that cannot complete the sentence of a sentence. Rather, it acting as adjective can modify the noun or pronoun. It acting as verb can make the progressive tense, and it acting as adverbial can modify the finite verb to complete the sentence of a sentence. Participle is three types: present participle, past participle, perfect participle. Present participle, for example, he looked at the flying bird. Past participle, for example, she found this broken plate. She found this broken plate. Perfect participle, for example, having completed the book, he had a holiday. Participle adjectives and compound adjectives. Some ing forms present participle and ed forms past participles. Verbs can be used as adjectives. Most of these participle adjectives can be used before the noun they describe or following linking verbs. For example, the hotel had a welcoming atmosphere. I found this broken plate in the kitchen cupboard. The students' test results were pleasing. My mother seemed delighted with the present. We can use many participle adjectives immediately after nouns when they identify or define the noun. This use is similar to defining relative clauses, and they are often called reduced relatives. I counted the number of people waiting, or people who were waiting. We had to pay for the rooms used, or the rooms that were used. Some of these are rarely used before the noun. None of the candidates applying was accepted, but not the applying candidates. My watch was among the things taken, but not the taken things. Participle adjectives like this include caused, found, included, provided. Others can be used before or immediately after nouns. For example, we can say, rub the area infected with this cream, or rub the infected area with this cream. The crowd watching grew restless, or the watching crowd grew restless. Participle adjectives like this include affected, alleged, allocated, broken, chosen, identified, interested, remaining, resulting, stolen. Many compound adjectives include a participle adjective. Common patterns are adverb plus ed participle. For example, they are well-behaved children. Adverb plus ing participle. China's economic boom is generating a fast-growing market at home. Adjective plus ed participle. She seems to live on ready-made frozen meals. Adjective plus ing participle. He is the longest serving employee in the company. Noun plus ed participle. The public square was tree-lined. Noun plus ing participle. I hope it will be a money-making enterprise. Ed participle plus particle from two-word verbs. Did it really happen, or was it a made-up story? We can use some participle adjectives only in adjective compounds. For example, we can say behaved children or a making enterprise, as the sentence is incomplete without the adverb or noun. Other compounds like this include London-based, Paris-born, big-built, easygoing, peacekeeping, long-lasting, good-looking, homemade, hair-raising, far-reaching, well-resourced, sweet-smelling, strange-sounding, soft-spoken, sour-tasting, nerve-wracking. Notice that many other compound adjectives do not include participle adjectives. The problem is short-term. It was just a small-scale project. Participle to form perfect participle. Having finished the work, the workers went away. Having is a perfect participle as auxiliary verb to form the past perfect tense. When, because they had finished the work, the workers went away. Participle clauses with adverbial meaning. We can use present participle ing and past participle ed clauses with an adverbial meaning. Clauses like these often give information about the timing, causes, and results of the events described. Opening her eyes, the baby began to cry. Or, when she opened her eyes, the baby began to cry. Faced with a bill for £10,000, John has taken an extra job. Equals, because he is faced with a bill for £10,000, John has taken an extra job. Looked after carefully, the plant can live through the winter. Equals, if it is looked after carefully, the plant can live through the winter. Having completed the book, he had a holiday. Equals, because he had completed the book, he had a holiday. The fruit was expensive, being imported. Equals, because it was imported, the fruit was expensive. Having been hunted close to extinction, the rhino is once again common in this area. Equals, although it had been hunted close to extinction, the rhino is once again common in this area. The implied subject of a participle clause, that is, a subject known but not directly mentioned, is usually the same as the subject of the main clause. Arriving at the party, we saw Ruth standing alone. Equals, when we arrived at the party, we saw Ruth standing alone. However, sometimes the implied subject is not referred to in the main clause. Having wanted to drive a train all his life, this was an opportunity not to be missed. In careful speech and writing, we avoid different subjects for the participle and main clause. For example, turning around quickly, the door hit me in the face. Present participle versus perfect participle. When we use not in a participle clause, it usually comes before the participle. However, it can follow the participle, depending on the part of the sentences affected by not. Compare. Wishing not to go out that night, I made an excuse. Not relates to go out that night. The sentence means I didn't want to go out on that particular night. And Not wishing to go out that night. I made an excuse. Not relates to wish to go out that night. The sentence could mean going out on that particular night was not my wish. Now come to the point, the differences between present participle versus perfect participle. We use a clause beginning with having plus past participle rather than a present participle if the action in the main clause is the consequence of the event in the participle clause. Having won every major judo title, Mark retired from international competition, or after winning I mean the full sentence is okay, but not winning every major judo title the full sentence. Having broken her leg the last time she went, Brenda decided not to go on the school skiing trip this year. Or after breaking her leg, and the rest of the words of the sentence, but not breaking her leg the rest of the words of the sentence. We can use either a present participle ing clause or a having plus past participle clause with a similar meaning when the action in the participle clause is complete before the action in the main clause begins. Compare. Taking off his shoes, Ray walked into the house. Having taken off has a similar meaning. And running across the field, I fell and hurt my ankle. While I was running, having run, would suggest that I fell after I had run across the field. Participle to form progressive tenses. They are playing football at the stadium. She was drawing a picture for her friend. He'll be doing this work till noon. So dear viewers, here is a test for your understanding as feedback. Identify the following participle as adjective, verb or adverbial. Pausing the video file for some moments, identify the following participle and after that we'll check up on the correct answers. So dear viewers, hopefully you have already identified by this time. Now let's check up on the correct answers. Running the tap will clear the ear pocket. Here running is a gerund, acting as subject. Now come to the next one. Can you fix the running tap? Here running is a present participle as an adjective. The tap was running for an hour. Here running is a present participle used as verb to form the past progressive tense. I found this broken plate in the kitchen. Here the broken is a past participle as an adjective. He has broken this plate in the kitchen. Here broken is a past participle used as verb to form the present perfect tense with has. Having finished the work, the running tap was fixed. Here having is a perfect participle as auxiliary verb to form the past perfect tense. And I can assume you have answered all the problems correctly, and for sure there will be no problem particularly in participle related problems. So dear viewers, if you have any feedback or discussion, you can let me know in the comment option. If you haven't still subscribed to this channel, subscribe it right now for more videos of different types. If you like this video, hit on the like button by clicking on the thumb up button. Share with your friends and family. Take care, have fun, and see you around on this very same channel with new more videos. Till then, have a good day.